Okay, sorry, I'm just kind of testing some lighting situations because I always get so dang yellow in these, which I don't understand because all of the lights in the house are shut off. Okay, that's really blown out looking. What's that? Oh, that's weird. Okay, fine. Let me try this again. See, look, very yellow or blown out. See, can I push this back a bit perhaps? Ah, that's a little better. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm Amy. This is Living in Chrysalis. Or I should say, I'm living in chrysalis because chrysalis is a state of being, i.e., a cocoon. So I was watching Alice in the Rabbit Hole a bit earlier, and she was discussing how she found that a different technique works better with alter ego matte eyeshadows. As some of you may know, Alter Ego is a company that dupes popular eyeshadow palettes. Now, I only have one palette from Alter Ego at this point. I hope to get more, but I haven't done it yet. Dang it. And this is looking fuzzy, which means I need to wipe off the lens. Technical issues. Hang on. I'll be right back. There we go. See? Not so fuzzy anymore. As much as I would love to look like I've been put through a filter, that's not how we do things here. Oh, by the way, in case you're getting curious or want to keep following my progress here, do subscribe, like, comment, share, especially the live streams. I need some people in here. I saw 2 people for a second and then they bounced right on out. So that's a little disheartening. However, I did not announce this live, so I would suspect that people aren't expecting to see me. I was feeling pretty rotten last night, so I didn't go on, and I did say in my community tab and my Instagram that I wasn't too sure about today. And then I took a nap, and now I'm feeling better, so figured I'd go back on, even if nobody shows up. So I am using a powder foundation that I'm trying to use up. I actually hit pan my last live, so I was thrilled by that. I won't be so thrilled when I run out of both of these, but I've been told about a couple of things that would make a good dupe. So when I get a chance, I'll pick up one of the dupe foundations and give it a test run. Of course, I'm still largely housebound. I have to find a way to pick up my car from the shop. It's been in the shop for, oh gosh, over 2 weeks now. And that is because it didn't start. So I had it towed to the shop, and a friend of mine arranged for me to get like discounted service there. Plus, they're like really cool about if I'm short on cash, they'll let me take the car and then make payments. But as long as I do, and I did. So the downside is that town's a half an hour away. So I can catch a bus there, and I'm about a block and a half away from the bus stop, which normally would not be a big deal, but I'm in an air cast. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till Monday and go ahead and make my way down there. Because if I take the bus to the town, I can get I can get someone from the shop to come and pick me up from near the bus stop. That's going to be a very taxing day on me, I'm sure. But I'm willing to do it. Boy, wow. Almost 5 minutes in and nobody's here. Okay, well, it's my own fault. I didn't tell anybody, not even my mod. who's also my sister. So that's all right. I'm hoping this will stand up as a video by itself anyway. I feel like most of my lives do. So I'm hoping if somebody did not have time to catch it on the live, they'll catch it on the replay. I know, and I'm doing cream over powder, but it's just in my house, so it's just for the show. So my son goes wandering through. I have all the lights off in this room except my filming lights. I've also realized that I'm going to need to start pre-filming a bunch of videos because I'm going to be traveling right after Christmas to go see the relatives. So, yeah, I'm going to need some content to have there. I was a little put out the 2 days that I did have to miss doing lives for Vlogmas. I was a little put out that I didn't have anything in reserve. I used up my reserve footage while I was, I think, my first couple of weeks after my surgery. So then that makes it a little more difficult to do the things. No, that is not the things. I'm sorry, I'm just getting a little scattered. Wow, 6:52 and still nobody's here. Well, I didn't announce it. Nobody knows I'm here. So I'll try not to be too hurt. Not to mention, it is Friday night, and I suppose there are people out there that have lives and stuff. That's okay. It's all right. Okay. I'll do that. Still can't find my dang fake brow pomade. I'm gonna have to do a good scour of this area, but it's kind of hard when you just got a cast on. Especially for some reason, yesterday and the day before, I was getting these weird pains in my heel, and they would just come on suddenly. You can even see that in my last live stream. I would just sit there and just like, oh, but I haven't felt them today. So maybe it's just some passing thing as part of the process. I did leave a message for the nurse at the surgeon's office yesterday. So I figure if they weren't calling me right back, maybe they just know it's no big deal. That's my hope anyway. All right. So yeah, I'm trying to use this thing up too. I've come pretty far. I think I'll wind up taking it with me on my trip so I can finish it off. I was gonna say, yesterday, this made me so stinking happy. My 8-year-old niece messaged me on Facebook Kids. I love Facebook Kids so much. And she was, we were just chatting and sending each other photos with the. We do that sometimes. We don't chat as much, but then she video called me and we had a little conversation. But in the text chat, she said how she loves me very much. She hasn't seen me in 2 years. I feel like the worst aunt in the world. And and I told her how much I hated being away from them, and said, well, maybe you can move here and be my neighbor. And she spelled neighbor Naber. I'm like, oh, just rip out the heart. I won't be needing that anymore. All right, I'm just gonna go in with this Jordana brow stuff, because why not, right? Alrighty, here we go. I don't like this little brush that comes with it at all. I have a better brush from my Laura Geller brow powder, but I don't think I brought it out. I hope I didn't bring it out, otherwise it's probably lost. I gotta clean this area up. But I have, it's just crazy because yesterday I was sure I was coming down with the plague that my son has. He's been a mess for days. But, yeah, I'm gonna just, I completely lost my train of thought again. I don't know, is it strange that it seems to be easier for me to keep my train of thought when I have a chat going? I think the thing is normally when I'm just filming a video, I don't necessarily feel the need to keep up the chatter the entire time, although I still do quite a bit. But I also, for instance, I pause, I'll stop recording and then take a break, no, not really a break, but just kind of reset myself a second. Like if I start coughing or something, I'll just stop recording so I can cut that out. But you can't really do that with a live stream. Besides, I've got to make some proper videos so I can get back into editing again. But I have some ideas for videos I can use over my break, including a collection and storage series. And it's going to be a series. Last year it was a series, and I have more stuff now. So I think and I know that's how it's going to go down. I think for last time I did it at the beginning of this year, but I didn't travel for the holidays either. So, okay. So I'm going to go into the Alter Ego Temptress palette, which is the only one I own. I'm going to do one side my normal way, and I'm going to do the other side the way that Alice in the Rabbit Hole suggested. I was watching a video of hers earlier, and I will add that to the description once I'm done with the live, so that you can get the fullness of her wisdom. I adore her. I absolutely adore her. She is just so nice. She even sent me a Tarte palette that she didn't want anymore. It was the original Tarte's Pro that I'd been eyeballing for a while. I was mad because I didn't catch it on sale when I did catch the Tarte's Pro Remix on sale. So now I have both the Tarte's Pro eye palettes. But she was so sweet because she decided to declutter it, and she knew it was something I would like, and so she just sent it to me. It's like, she's such a doll. Okay, so on this eye, I'm going to do the techniques that she suggested. Now, what she suggested with the Tarte, with the Alter Ego mattes is to go from dark to light instead of light to dark like we usually do. So it's kind of interesting because now I have to pick my darkest shade first. So I'm going to go in with After Hours, which is this dark brown right here. The only shade darker than that is this black. Although I am tempted to do something with this gray because she's pretty, but we'll see. It's just kind of interesting. I'm deciding my colors backwards. Okay, so I'm going in with this little brush, and I'm gonna still stamp and feather for the outside. And I tend to bring them in a bit more. Did I forget to put a setting shade on? I think I did. Oh well, we'll see how these do anyway. All right. Now I'll choose my sort of middle shade here, the transition shade, which is normally what I do first. But I'm going to go with blush. I'll use blush. I think it's called Bloom in the Sultry palette, which is what this is a dupe for. But they have quite a few out now. When I bought this one, this was the only palette that they had. I think they were just getting started. And I actually wound up using Beaudiction's code, and I got this palette with a discount and a brush for like 13 and change. Okay, let's see how that goes. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay. Now, before this look, I'm going to go ahead and, which is I would start with Bloom shade. Did I? Oh, I said I was going to go into blush and I went into Uptown, didn't I? Okay, well, I guess I'm going to do Uptown then. All right. Let's see, if this were a video I was filming, I would have added something there. I see there's one person here. Who are you? Let us know who you are. I see there's a person. I hope there's a person. Oh, well, I suppose if there's a looker, it's not a bad thing. Okay, so here's me adding Uptown, not blush, because I stuck my brush in the wrong pan, like an idiot. Yes, I see. My husband's trying to make me laugh. Goofball. Okay, so here's where I am with that. Now I will go back in with the After Hours, which is, again, that dark shade. I want to see whether this makes a difference or not, as far as the blending like she was talking about. Interesting. Okay, so you see how I'm pulling it up into there? Let's take a look. Where's my hand mirror? Aha, here we go. Just get a close in look. Oh, okay. See what she means? I mean, I'm gonna have to blend this out a bit because, of course, I am. Oh, look, here's the brush I got. See, nice. Sort of a fluffy brush you could use for blending, or for, or I would say for a words setting shade. I don't know what is with me and the words today. Oh my goodness, yeah, my girl was right. Look, I haven't even touched this to blend. Okay, so this is the side I did with Alice's advice. This is the side I did my normal way and blending it. She said it's just a thing with alter ego mats. So, okay, thanks, girl. I will definitely keep that in mind, and you should too. Like I said, once I get done with the live and can get into the description, I will be linking her video below. So do check it out. All right. So I'm going to go in with, oh, let's find something fun. Hang on, I'm looking for something. No, not you, but I'll keep you for later. I'm so organized today. Organize it all. And I'm going to go into Mistress, I think, because what I really like doing is I love matching my transition area shade with a different with a similar color and a different texture. So like this is Mistress, and I had Uptown. I don't even know what the shade names in the real palette are, but Yeah, nah, how you doing, girl? But you can see they're fairly similar tones, just in different finishes, so I think they'll blend together really well. Okay, so here's me going more in with my regular technique. And the rest of the look should be the same technique, but I'm already so impressed with the advice I got in that video. So Yana, are you do you watch Alice in the Rabbit Hole? She says she's good, thanks. Hope I'm well too. Yeah, I feel much better today. I've been a bit concerned because my kid's been quite sick for several days and he just sounds like terrible. So I figured when I put up those posts last night, I figured I wouldn't be going live today. And then even earlier today, I'm like, well, I'm feeling better, but I'm really tired. But I caught a nap at just the right and woke up at just the right time. So yeah, why not come live? I didn't want to go on live very late because last time I did, all the trolls and pervs came out. That was not enjoyable. So I figured I would just do it the normal way. Okay, so for an arch shade, I'm going to go into, ooh, Seduction. She looked pretty. She's a nice pale, sort of a pinky beige. I always enjoy one. Yeah, no, Beauty. Oh, sorry to hear. Nah, I haven't seen any of her videos yet. I have so many channels I'm sub to. Yes, definitely check out Alice in the Rabbit Hole. Her video, I think it was from today. I saw it today. And it's the one where she's also talking about website glitching, like what happened with Foreo. And for anyone who doesn't know, Foreo, on their website, there was a glitch in their code, and for I think it was a $200 device that was supposed to be marked, half price for their sale. And due to the glitch in the code, people were getting it for $20. So, I mean, it was insane. Or was it $10? Oh, I think, no, they got it for $10. That's right. And it was absolutely insane. And of course, they didn't know until they noticed some unusual patterns in their web traffic, more so than they expected for a sale. Went back, they had to shut down the site. So yeah, Alice in the Rabbit Hole was talking about that. So that's the video I'm referring to. Like I said, I will link it below, but for Yana, in case she wants to watch it before I get the chance to do that, then she'll be able to. But yeah, my girl's awesome. Now I do actually know her real name, but I'm not gonna say it because just like I don't use my full name here either, because we just don't do that. We're not doxing people. If she wants to say her full name, then she will at some point. But what I can say is she's a freaking sweetheart. Oh, I forgot to hit my gels. That's true. I know, it was like a 95% discount, something crazy like that. It was insane. I know, and I'm kind of sorry I missed out on it, but I certainly understand them. But the good thing is that they honored that. They honored that glitch, and they didn't, and they likely don't have to. There's probably something in their, in their terms and conditions that they can refuse to honor it, but they did honor it. And much like what happened with Carity Cosmetics, apparently when they were coming out, there was some sort of glitch or error, and so they wound up debuting their eyeshadow palettes for like, I think it was like $5 a piece or something like that. It was something just really crazy small, but they honored it. And in doing so, they won a lot of people's respect. So I really think that when something like that happens and companies wind up honoring the mistake, I think that works out very well. And I do have to say, with Jeffree Star, with the mini boxes, okay, he started off not handling the situation very well. For those of you who don't know, Jeffree Star every so often offers mystery boxes for sale. There are several tiers at several prices. So with the smallest one, I think it was called the mini, but I'm not sure. I think it was maybe a $20 box. And one of the things that was included in the box, I think it was a couple of cosmetic products and then a sheet of stickers that he got some artists to draw. Now, I've seen photos of the stickers, and truthfully, they look really cool. I mean, but they're stickers. So apparently, once people started getting their order and saw stickers, saw 2 cosmetic products and a sheet of stickers, they started getting kind of upset. So some girl, this girl uploads on, she throws something up on Twitter just saying, what the heck? And Jeffree Star, as he does, popped off on her to the point where apparently the poor girl took her Twitter down or hid it for a while or something because people were coming after her. But, we started seeing some more complaints. He took a look into it, and what happened was apparently his art team, when they cut and paste something, they forgot to change it. His Halloween boxes had a thing that said for that size box, for that mini box, it was going to be 3 exclusive cosmetic items. And no, it wasn't the limited edition cosmetic, it was the stickers. And then when they when they constructed the flyer that went up online, it said 3 exclusive cosmetic items. So yeah, exactly. So then when people got 2 cosmetic items and a sheet of stickers, I started to get upset. So once he actually determined what happened, he did do the right thing, and he refunded everybody that bought that size box. So they get to keep the 2 cosmetic products and their sheet of stickers. Yeah. Well, no, the thing with the highlighters is a thing, but that's another thing, and I'll get into that in a second. So he did eventually do the right thing, but unfortunately in the interim, he did cause some, issues for that girl that put up the initial comment. Oh, right, I have to choose a color. If I must. Okay, if I must. All right, I'm going to blend this a little bit first, just because I just want to make sure everything's copacetic there. And once again, I forgot my concealer in the closet. I'll bring that out once I'm done with my live stream. What color do I want? You know what? I'm going to go with champagne. I'll just go with this one here. I mean, this palette's pretty neutral. The only, what one would call pop of color, is this little bloom here. But that's what sultry is anyway. And I'm actually, see, I love doing that. I love pulling my eyelid flat and just seeing how smooth that looks. Unfortunately, that's not what I look like, because, I have eyes and they wrinkle and such, but sometimes I love to just swatch things and just look at them because I'm a dark. Anyway, the issue with the highlighters that kind of got people up in arms is Jeffree Star put out, I think it was on Twitter, and he would just asked if I know, isn't she pretty? But you see what I mean about how this is my usual technique where I go light to dark. You can kind of see the blending there. And then this is the technique that Alice in the Rabbit Hole suggested. And she didn't say, and she said that this works better for this brand, which is Alter Ego. So I will be doing that with my Alter Ego palettes from here on out. I only have the one, but that's not how it's going to remain, I'm sure. All right, Jeffree Star and highlighters. So he just put out the question because in one of his bigger boxes, or maybe several of his bigger boxes, he has a highlighter palette. It's 3 highlighters, and it's, exclusive to the box. As in, if you didn't get this box, you don't get it. So he threw up a question about whether he should maybe make that a permanent item because people were really liking it. Well, and then people started getting upset that he was even asking the question because they're like, no, it was exclusive to this box. I bought this box for this product. So, and maybe he'll do some variant, like release the shades as singles over time, which then technically would still make that palette exclusive. That's what I would do if I were him and people were really liking that. I mean, I, in general, dislike highlighter palettes, and that's because usually I can use 1, maybe 2 shades in them if I'm lucky, because I am so fair. And I have a feeling it's an issue with people with dark skin, too. If you have medium skin, you can basically use everything in a highlighter palette, typically. But that is not the case for those of us on the end of either spectrum, or either end of the skin tone spectrum. I'm on the light end. I have friends who are on the dark end, and we're looking at those like, nah. Debbie, hi, honey, how are you? Yeah, it was a beautiful palette, especially for fair skin. I mean, I wasn't buying the box, but I can certainly understand why people would want to. I don't own any Jeffree Star, and quite frankly, I don't know if I'm going to. I haven't fully made up my mind on him. It seems like every time I turn around, he's popping off and doing something stupid, but then he also does like really cool things too. So I'm just not sure what to make of him. He's not canceled for me, but I'm definitely kind of sitting back and keeping my eye on it. Okay. And normally this is where I would go in with concealer and clean all this up, but I'm not going to do that because it's in my closet, which is way over there. Yes, I have a makeup wardrobe that I keep in my closet. I know, right? Okay, so I've got 3 people here now. Who else is here? I saw Debbie. I saw Yana. Hi, Debbie. She says she's fading off the Jeffree Star bandwagon. Yana says, agreed. I try not to connect the person to the brand. I do sometimes, but it's generally for pretty egregious stuff. Like I've put Juvia's Place on hold. Oh, Liliana's working. Hi, honey. Thank you. Thank you for being here, even though you're working. I got it. Okay. But yeah, so Juvia's Place is on hold because of all that nonsense with with her popping off. And I think the thing that turned me off the most was what she did to Petty Page and what she did to Jackie Aina. Now, with Petty Page, apparently there was a beef there because Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. I don't watch Jackie Aina because of what she did to Petty Page. I don't stan her, and quite frankly, it's why I did not buy the Jackie Aina palette. Not because I didn't like it, but because I do actually, and I'm a bit annoyed, but because I was just so disgusted with what she did to Petty Page. So with Petty Page, what she did is Petty Page called her out on something about not honoring a giveaway or something like that. And I don't even care why Petty Page called her out. She's a drama channel. That's what they do. Jackie Aina started popping off and said on social media, which of course, as we all know, the internet is forever, she accused Petty Page of hacking her bank account and stealing like $1,500. Okay, now just for reference, Petty Page is in the UK and Jackie Aina is in the US. So she's publicly accusing her of international wire fraud with absolutely no evidence whatsoever. It's like, you know what? If you really think there's an issue, you call the FBI and then they reach out to Interpol if they find anything. That is what happens. That is the procedure. Yeah, this is why I don't watch Jackie Aina. This is why I did not buy the ABH Jackie Aina palette. Not because I don't like the palette. The palette is beautiful. And quite frankly, I would have liked to have purchased it, but due to that conduct, I'm noping out of Jackie Aina. Nopity nope. Yeah, so it's things like that. I canceled Kat Von D for myself because and for a long time I gave her the benefit of the doubt as far as whether or not she wrote something anti-Semitic on one of her photos for Ari when she was leaving Miami Ink. Yes. Anybody remember Miami Ink? I used to watch Miami Ink. I rather enjoyed it. And I remember seeing Kat Von D come on there sometimes. I liked her portraits. They were very nice. But I gave her the benefit of the doubt on that. But what I couldn't get past was that she put anti-vax comments on her Instagram. And she just doubled down on the stupidity. I'm like, no. So that just noped me right out of there. I was done with her. Let's see. Debbie says, Debbie or Yana never heard any of this about Jackie Aina. Debbie says, to be honest, before the ABH palette she did, I'd never even heard of her. Wow. Oh, boy. Okay. But so just kind of showing I'm not a Jackie Aina stan. But what happened with Juvia's Place that made me give them the side eye and put them on hold, and I actually returned a palette, was that and because sorry, my thoughts got all scrambled there. Okay, let me go into this comment before I go into that. So Yana says that she canceled Jaclyn Hill because how dangerous her makeup could be, and KVD because she bragged about anti-vax. Yeah, I canceled Jaclyn Hill as well. When her lipstick line came out, and she handled it so poorly. When she handled it so poorly, and she still handled it poorly, people have still not received their refunds. There are still people that have not received their refunds. It's absolutely atrocious. And for those who don't know, you can refer to my video called Hair I think it was called Hairy Lipstick Horror or something like that. But yeah, or just look up Jaclyn Hill lipsticks, and it was a whole mess. They were absolutely disgusting and never should have been sold. Okay, but now we're sticking with Juvia's Place for a bit. The reason why I put them on hold, not permanently canceled necessarily, but for one thing, the owner, Chichu Buru, has a habit of popping off on social media. And what she did that disgusted me was when Juvia's Place put out their complexion products, they started reaching out to certain influencers. And there were a lot of complaints from African American influencers that they'd felt abandoned by the brand. And now all of a sudden, oh, okay. Oh, now that you're putting out complexion products, you need us. Uh-huh. And Jackie Aina was pretty public in saying, I'm not going to be reviewing these products. Well, then the brand, aka Chichu Buru, started popping off on social media and attacked Jackie Aina for things in her personal life. Apparently saying something about getting with a married man, something like that. And I'm just like, why do we care? That's between them. I don't care. But the fact that she attacked her in such a personal way online, even though Jackie Aina absolutely disgusts me with how she behaved toward Petty Page, then I'm just like, nope, I'm out. I'm absolutely out for the time being, and see whether or not she reforms, gets some mental help. Yeah, that's petty. And no. And I know, for instance, that Jared Blandino, and particularly his sister, have popped off on social media from time to time. And I know some people, well, why haven't you canceled Too Faced? Because it doesn't rise to the level where I find it unconscionable for me to continue to support the brand. Just like with Wet n Wild, I've canceled Wet n Wild for the time being due to their lies on their cruelty-free status. Now, I am not a cruelty-free channel. I mean, if I have two of the same products to choose from, and one's cruelty-free and one's not, I would lean toward the cruelty-free one. But I'm not at that place where I feel the need to do that. And some people may disagree with my stance. I understand. I certainly respect people who go or are trying to go all cruelty-free. Yana says it's all crazy. It's just, it's not just about the makeup anymore. They need to keep their makeup social media as professional. Personal life and info, including life choices, should be private unless it directly affects the consumer. Which I know a lot of people. Oh, Debbie, you're going to be driving. Okay. So have a great night. If you want to keep it running, go for it. But enjoy your evening. Okay. And generally I agree. Personal thing, as far as personal stuff, generally I don't let that affect me. But where my line was drawn with Kat Von D is that spreading anti-vax propaganda and refusing to vaccinate it creates a public health hazard. So even though it's not something about her makeup that affects the public health like it is with Jaclyn Hill's line, because she took a position that I find unconscionable due to the risk to public health. That's why I canceled her. And it's upsetting because you know what? I really like some of her products. Like I like this. I'm a bit upset that I am going to have to find a replacement. Although truthfully, I think they reformulated and repackaged, so I might have had to anyway. But that's not the issue. I'm not supporting the brand. I'm using up what I have, but I'm not buying any more because why would I? But it was upsetting, definitely. Okay. So with Gigi Buru, I'm more keeping an eye on her because her content or her conduct didn't rise to a level that I would consider so unconscionable that I don't feel like she can correct it in the future. Oh, right. I was on Wet and Wild. Sorry. Okay. So then going into Wet and Wild, what happened was, like I said, I'm not cruelty free. I'm not. I respect those who are. And more importantly, I respect consumers' right to choose for themselves and to buy accordingly. Where that comes in is that Wet and Wild has the little cruelty-free bunny on it. Oh, right. I'm flipping up there like I'm going to put up the sign. No, I'm not, because I'm not going to be editing this. This is live. I'm just so used to doing that. But they have their little cruelty-free bunny, and people have been buying them for years. A lot of cruelty-free channels really liked Wet and Wild and like to recommend it, especially because for its price point, it was quite good. It's very affordable. Pretty much anybody can, plop down $5 and get a 10-pan eyeshadow palette. That's really kind of hard to beat. Well, the problem is that, and I don't remember which channel it was, but somebody reached out to Wet and Wild after a viewer sent them photographs of a Wet and Wild cosmetics display at a drugstore called Watson's in mainland China. Why does this matter? This matters because according to Chinese law, any cosmetic sold in China can be pulled off the shelves at any time there's a complaint and tested on animals. So, some people have a problem with this, and I certainly understand their position. So the fact that these were being sold in Watson's in China goes against many people's ethics and beliefs, and that is not something that they would want to purchase. So a channel reached out, and I don't remember which one it was. Sorry about that. It's been a while. And she reached out to Wet and Wild, and in their like contact me and says, "Hey, are Wet and Wild products being sold in mainland China?" And the response she got was something along the lines of, "No, absolutely not." But they were, and she already had evidence of that. So the fact that she was directly lied to, and whether it was purposeful or this customer service person who answers those things didn't know that, either way is inexcusable. The company has not put out anything that I consider a proper apology for this. So I don't buy Wet and Wild anymore. I returned as much as I could. I still have a few things, but I'm not buying anymore for the time being. And again, it's not even that their conduct made me purchase things that I don't believe, that ethically I would otherwise not purchase. It's that they directly lied to people that do make their purchasing decisions based on this issue. That's why I just noped right out of there. So, yeah. And maybe I'll change the the title, like who have I canceled and why? But yeah, like I haven't seen anything that Too Faced has done to make me cancel them. I mean, I do know I did recently find out about what they did to Nikki Tutorials, and I'm still not entirely sure how I feel about all that. I'm still thinking about this. This was years ago. And Blandino no longer owns the brand, although he is still the creative director. But what they did to Nikki Tutorials was they had her collab with them on the Power of Makeup. It was an eye and face palette. And so, she, for one thing, she had she signed a bad contract. It was a bad contract. She only got $50,000 for that. But okay, she signed the contract, and even she takes responsibility for that. She's like, look, I signed it. I agreed to that deal. It was not a good deal, but I agreed to it. Okay, moving on. But what they did do or at least allegedly did, was they switched out the quality of the cosmetics in the palette. When Nikki had hers, she tried it, she loved it, she used it on her channel, she raved about it. So people went out and bought it, and guess what? It wasn't very good, or a lot of them weren't very good. And I do feel some kind of way about that. But I mean, it was a while ago, and yeah, that sucked. Absolutely, Anna. It was a while ago, and I'm still not entirely sure how I feel about it. I guess I'm kind of keeping an eye on it. I mean, this was so long ago, and things have changed since then. So I don't know. I'm not sure myself if that crosses my line. I mean, I think now if somebody did that now, I would definitely be like, yeah, okay, you are on hold at least for some time. What I don't know is, because it was so long ago, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. So I haven't stopped buying Too Faced. I mean, I haven't bought any in a bit, but that's just because, I'm home and broke and all that. But I think the last Too Faced I bought was the Christmas Star palette, and I've got at least 2 videos up, if not 3. Oh yeah, Nikki's fine. And you know what? That Christmas Star palette, I mean, check out my videos. I love it. I mean, is it as good as their regular tin palettes? No. But, or at least the scent isn't as strong. But you know what? It's still pretty dang good. And I bought that partly out of curiosity, because Too Faced has kind of a reputation for their holiday releases not being great. And I kind of wanted to see. And I bought it, and I'm keeping it. I like it. I like it a lot. And the lip gloss that comes with it. Oh my God. Okay, while the palette smells kind of faintly like gingerbread, it's it's not the strong scent that you get with the chocolate bar palettes. But oh my God, the lip gloss that comes with it. It smells like icing, like cinnamon bun icing. Oh my God, it's wonderful. And I like the color and the feel and all that too. I really wish I could buy it separately. Yes, can I help you?
I'm just looking at you.
Okay.
I'm allowed to do that, right?
Yes, just making sure.
Okay, because I love you. I'm allowed to look at you.
Okay.
You're pretty.
Thank you, babe.
You're awful pretty.
I was just trying an eyeshadow technique one of my friends had a video up on earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. So yes, who I've canceled and why. I'm trying to think, have I canceled anybody else? I think that's it. I think that is it. As far as controversial brands I own or that I've purchased, I haven't. I haven't bought anything from Jeffree Star Cosmetics yet. I don't know if I will. I'm not sure how I feel, and I'm gonna just kind of keep an eye on them. I mean, I'm very curious to try his formulas. I keep hearing how good they are, but we'll see. Lunar Beauty, holy cow. I know Manny was in the doghouse for a while, but you know what? I've seen so many great reviews of his palettes and his highlighters. I would actually really like to try one. The one I've got in mind is the Moonspell palette, which is the one that looks like a kind of like a witchy type book. Love that. I do want to get some book appearing palettes. And that's what I thought was such a shame with the Tati beauty palettes is while the palette comes in pretty basic packaging, the PR package is like a book, and then the palette fits inside it. I really wish she had that PR packaging for the palette altogether, because I think it looks fantastic, like a very sleek sort of coffee table book. So that was something I would definitely enjoy having on my shelf. And Yana, she knows. She wants the Moonspell palette as well. One of my friends is going to be sending me the Storybook Cosmetics Charlie and the Chocolate Factory palette. I'm so looking forward to that one coming to my house. I want to start getting some of the Storybook palettes. I hope I didn't miss them on sale. I know they were on sale, and I wanted to buy one, but I didn't have any money. But I might do it. We'll see. Well, let's see. If they're still on sale when I get a couple bucks, then I'll do it. But I don't know if they're still on sale or not. Because they had Ulta had the Witchcraft and Wizardry and the Burn book, and those were both half price. Yeah, it's really nice. I don't know if they have any more, but I'm going to be taking a look because I do want them. My sister actually subscribes to the Storybook Cosmetics subscription service, and so she's gotten some of the little palettes like they've been doing in BoxyCharm lately. My sister's been a bit annoyed because the Storybook Cosmetics isn't monthly, it's just every so often. Oh yeah, no beauty, you're getting the Jawbreaker for Christmas. Let me know if it's any good. Yes, do. I'd say of the Jeffree Star palettes, the color story that attracted me most was the Alien. Hey, I hated the packaging, but I loved the colors. I'm actually hoping somebody will put out a dupe of the Alien colors at least. So I don't know, maybe Revolution or Alter Ego or something. I don't know, but I would actually really like to see that, because those colors were calling to me. They were like, yes, please. Yes, please. But I wasn't gonna buy that thing at the time. It was so expensive, and at that time Jeffree was in hot water again, so I get kind of hesitant about what to promote. She says, yeah, same, but I needed brighter colors. Yeah. Actually, the Blood Sugar palette really appeals to me now. It didn't earlier, but now that I've discovered how much I love red eyeshadows, like, yes, please. I would love the Blood Sugar. If someone has a Blood Sugar palette hanging around they don't want, most of my regular videos have my P.O. box address in them. So, just in case. Yeah, I know, right? So much makeup, so little money, which really sucks for a beauty channel. Oh, another thing I found that was just amazing news. Just for grins, I Googled a few palettes that I own, and I did this because of a comment I received on one of my videos. And apparently for like I think it's 3 or 4 palettes, my video is on the first page of the Google search. When you do like Google search and videos. And I showed up on the first page. For one of them, I think I was the only video that showed up on just the regular Google search. And I was like, yes. Yeah. So I'm going to be keeping an eye out for doing that sort of thing in the future. Apparently and truthfully, the thumbnail on one of my Too Faced Christmas Star videos was, I think, very attention grabbing. So that is exciting. Yeah. Okay. So I see, beauty. I've got a couple people working, but I think I'm running out of steam. And so I think I'm going to get going. It was so nice to see you guys. Thank you so much for coming on to my live. If you're watching on the replay, thank you. And I will see you soon. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Thanks. Okay.